Hi, I'm Sherilyn, founder and visionary of the Chair of Joy movement, as well as the CEO of JOYELY, LLC.
The world would look very different if we all took a deep breath every once in a while.
I think the biggest effect of having a joyful world would be more of an anti-force to all the negativity.
I think that joy comes through trials, and through our pain we learn how to experience joy, and often the most painful experiences of our lives pave way for the most joyful.
A few summers ago, I had a moment. I was sitting on the side of the lake in a lawn chair with my fishing pole in hand. Let me just say that fishing day was one of the best days of my life. That day, I learned how to create joy for myself. As I sat in my lawn chair, I breathed in the beautiful fresh air, I gazed out over the lake, and I thought about a few things, a few memories of joy. And as I thought about them, I just let them roll through my body. I relived them as if I was actually in the experience. It was incredible.
To learn that I meditate and know how to meditate is very informative and powerful. It helps. And the benefit it gave me is that it gave me a moment to breathe and focus on what's important today. And I can take this and use it.
I really like the vulnerability that this brings into the world, and even for myself, this has been such an amazing experience, just to sit in the chair of joy and to ponder on the things that make me feel joyful, because it's easy to forget, especially when you're busy and you're in that grind and you're working so hard, and business is business.
If anybody has any doubts about the power of this, stop, look, and listen to the message that's coming out here. Just think of the idea of a world that was filled with joy, a world completely purposeful toward joy. Not killing, not greed, not any of those things that, I'm not going to have enough, is that everybody, it'd be inclusive. Everybody would have enough, because we would make sure that everybody had enough. And that's the potential of this, is that really what the JOYELY, the World Council of Joy, what Sherilyn's doing is really a worldwide panacea for a lot of the ills that are there.
And now I'm saying to you that at this time, in this moment, this very second, is another one of those moments for each of us. This is our moment. I present to you the Chair of Joy experience. Together, we can fully master the Chair of Joy experience and use it for positive change. I simply invite you to pull up a chair. It's time for joy.
As I told Cheryl, I like to get away to a place for a monthly retreat, and it reminded me of the significance of having kind of a spot, a place where you could really just kind of feel some peace and joy.
It was a wonderful exercise, very calming, and something I'd like to incorporate daily into my life.
It makes sense to get away from the frustrating or angering situation, to remove yourself, and to find the chair of joy and hang for a few seconds and rebalance, refocus.
Yeah, you need to think about that place that gives you joy. In my world, we call it behavioral activation. Find that thing that gives you joy, the thing that you love to do. Even if you don't want to in that moment and you want to avoid, you want to go to sleep, you want to shut down, I don't want to go to school today. But you get there and you go, this is my place.
It got me to really reflect on stepping back before I respond. In general, we respond very quickly to people because we want to be attentive, but measured responses often are much more impactful. And I think that this kind of a technique could be very helpful in that regard.